the mic to shit. Planetary defense log entry 47777777. Cybernetic hybrid android stopping Skyfall with equation. Subinac super hybrid android in the lab with the graph. Crafting methods to prevent deep sky impact and crash. I run in body solvers and integrators that track every mass from near Earth visitors and ellipses to far-flung debris in the black. I lace verses with vernal equinoxes and orbital planes. Turn torque, angular spin and inertia to portable gains. Compute delta V budgets, minimum shuffle to change. One tiny nudge now stops a future city-sized crater of pain. First phase detection, survey scope, sweep asteroid threats. Wide field optics scan midnight for silhouettes. Link tracks overnights, fit past with least square finesse. Sort which one's past is benign and which one's demand stress. Next phase deflection, I harness momentum to answer. Kinetic striker like that, ramming a probe into the Lancer. We watch the period shift, subtle slide in the dancer. That small drift slips the whole blue world out of disaster. We park a massive tugboat near the hazardous stone. Gravity tractor, just mass plus time, no blast, no drones. Let that gentle pull drag its route a few thousand miles over years. That quiet bias rewrites the trial. Last resort, standoff nukes outside the body of rock. Not to shatter it, fragmentation just multiply shock. We vaporize layers, push back with the recoil we stock. So it's roll bend slow instead of punching the clock. Laser arrays on the ridge of a satellite frame. Heat one face till jets of material steering re-aim. That thrust mimics the subtle push of sunlight's game. Same physics as Yarkovsky drift but trained. All of this depends on lead time, decades to spare. So I bankroll sky surveys in each hemisphere. Catalog bullets, deep ledgers are the ones we should care. Turn blind fate into tasks we can engineer. You want meteor stop, I don't plead, I stand. Simulate every scenario, Monte Carlo to span. Run ensembles of futures till a pattern of safety expands. Then I sample the safest maneuvers and hand you the plan. Android frame on the outside, inside is arrays of math. I translate delta V tables into paragraphs. So when a mountain of iron comes burning through gas, you've got blueprints and launch windows instead of just praying it pass. Target's path adjusted, ground lost projected is none. Next track, same android, new stars to outrun. Target's path adjusted, ground lost projected is none. Next track, same android, new stars to outrun. Target's path adjusted, ground lost projected is none. Next track, same android, new stars to outrun. Target's path adjusted, ground lost projected as none. Next track, same android, new stars to outrun. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Subinac. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Subinac. They call line comparing starborn structures across worlds. Explore multiple worlds, scanning the red plane. High-rise frames from high rise. I'm analyzing terrain. Stereo pairs give depth. I mesh the elevation domain. See a tri-sided massive casting angles to strain the brain. I don't just chant mystery, I check the statistics. Fit edges with straight line tests, reject the simplistic. Is this erosion random stone in a sandstorm district, or a monument level triangle with non-trivial distance? I cross-reference with Cydonia, ridges and mazes. Measure base ratios, flank slopes, apex behavior. If the vertices line the cardinal axis with favor, that's one more flag on the page, but not your alien labor. Back home, I'm at Giza, laser range finders in hand, mapping baselines at sunrise from desert to land. Those old structures align with solstice arcs in the sand. Not accident, that sky knowledge poured into granite and sand. So I teach students, look, pattern and projection of twins. One reveals real design, one invents tales from a whim. Learn to tell which is which by the rigor within, not by goosebumps alone or how badly you want legend to win. I overlay Martian topo on Earth desert grids. Ask if we flood random noise with selection, what lives? Monte Carlo the shapes, let the best fits give. You'll find false holy triangles even where nobody ever did dig. So when a kid brings a printout, eyes wide with belief, saying look, there's a city on Mars, rows of carved teeth. I don't laugh, I show them filters, enhance and debrief. Teach how shadows can mimic structure on a low sun sweep. Still across worlds, there's a rhyme in the math of a peak. Triangles minimize load, spread stress from the steep. Engineers on any rock with a quarry in need will favor forms that survive quakes, sandstorms and freeze. So maybe some far shore mind under another sky dome. Also build stone stacks that taper as they rose, not as mystic proof that our myths are carved in their home, but because physics of low paths rhyme wherever stones get thrown. If one day we map exoplanet ridges and bands, infrared scans of hot deserts on alien strands, and see repeat beating tri-mounds across multiple lands. We'll still ask, is it chance or designed by coordinated hands? Master Sifu mode, I show how to balance the scale. Wonder on one plate, hard measurement on the other rail. Respect the elders who map stars with chisel and tail, but don't sell your discernment for a comforting sale. In this verse I connect Martian hills to Nile sand art, not to claim certainty but to sharpen your chart. If you can hold both or and doubt inside the same heart, you're already a builder of forms that outlast dark. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Anomalous Tetrahedral Hills detected. Investigation continues. Geometry noted. Verdict reserved. Next file. Subinac teaches how to read the sky without losing your mind. Timeline snapping like a gallows around your thoughts. Step inside the lab, leave your comfort at the door, no clock. Timeline snapping like a gallows around your thoughts. Step inside the lab, leave your comfort at the door, no clock. Yeah. These clauses not clock chopping off your conscious alignment. Non-linear gallows tighten around forgotten assignments. First to unplug your atlas, detach habits from schemes of balance. Second, I shred anatomy, fling tendons like data on talent. Third movement, absurd jurisprudence with hungry justices fasting. Kangaroo tribunals that sunrise ash-colored judges laughing. Expert in mass in a match, soil matches, numeric and flawless. Every graveyard blueprint cost nations their progress and profits. I request best loyal assistance, retrieving encrypted objects. Tag numbers awaken beneath cadavers, cold transponders talking. Stroke lit, grin on the chin of the stiff when the signal acknowledges. If that concept escapes you, I replay it with augmented logic. Yet I jet from the lab, I have clandestine domestic commitments. Gift wrap granite fixtures shipped to my partner's apartment kitchen. Crowd murmurs, what did he utter? As I sharpen my brand on the market. Since last century, I've adjusted artillery, quarterly targets. I draft autopsy reports on the margins of quantum agendas. Write footnotes and bone dust, annotate trauma with tendons and dentures. Chronometers crack as I tamper with hours in sterile containers. Secondhand stagger and crawl like amputated invaders. Clinical tables reflect how I factor in karmic arrears. Each incision a ledger line carving through unpaid years. I calibrate scanners to measure regret in abandoned apartments. Find specters of choices embedded in carpet and varnish. Elevators stall when my presence distorts their mechanical patience. Hallway fluorescents blink out like reluctant acquaintances. I cross-reference testimonies given by rusted machines. They confessing vibrations, confessing metallic routines. I so shattered vertebrae back in a beautiful curse of forensics. Spine fragments align like paragraphs, jagged yet authentic. While juries of janitors arguing shadows near hazardous barrels, deliberating whether my verdict's a genius or feral. Page is close, but the noise in your skull keeps marching. Timeline snapping like a gallows around your thoughts. Step inside the lab, leave your comfort at the door, no clocks. Timeline snapping like a gallows around your thoughts. Step inside the lab, leave your comfort at the door, no clocks. In the Cavern of Tongues, the old reptiles still lecture. Pay close attention, the consonants might fracture your chest plate. Some languages were never meant for the human throat. Some languages were never meant for the human throat. Rugged librarian of planets with talons on granite lecterns. I catalog galaxies and patterns of consonant veterans. Skills of the worm scrape hollows within my thoracic compartment. I breathe H phrases, each cadence a hazardous parchment. Dragons teach grammar by carving on mountains with talismans glowing. I sip molten semantics from chalices, radiant and flowing. Languages from antiquity contort, leaving linguists in tantrums. I translate thunderous roars into formulas, fractal anthems. Colossal reptiles orbit my projects like airborne guardians hovering. Their pupils contain run-on sentences piercing through government covering. Slate color horizons expand as I chant quantized invocations. Storm fronts tremble, sky frames divide from my vibrating quotations. I guide pale apprentices through passages guarded by riddles and banners. One mispronounced vowel in the cavern collapses in tessellated avalanches. I exit the grotto with notebooks of foams rotating like satellites. Return to the present with jaw clenched, still tasting reptilian dialects. I study study their calligraphy etched along volcanic escarpments. Each curving consonant burns like a continent chiseled in darkness. Vowels drip viscous and heavy from stalactite pallets above. Every syllable forged in a furnace of punitive love. I ask for a phrase meaning mercy and witness the ceiling convulse. A single reply rattles armor and shatters my pulse. They whisper a proverb that cracks open tectonic foundations. Let us stampede like herds across molten formations. Apprentices tremble while holding obsidian tablets and quills. Strike that last word replaced with basalt slabs and quail. Ink balls alive on the surface interpreting hostile wills. We archive what we can before avalanche rubble advances. Before molten larynx is closer to cavern of bandits and stanzas. Then I stagger outside with my garments still reeking of embers. Carrying conjugations so rare even time cannot remember. Step back from the cavern, let your heartbeat translate the lesson. The dragons return to silence, but the grammar remains in your veins. Step back from the cavern, let your heartbeat translate the lesson. The dragons return to silence, but the grammar remains in your veins. Step back from the cavern, let your heartbeat translate the lesson. The dragons return to silence, but the grammar remains in your veins. Welcome to the theater of Barwar, where every stance is a verdict and every snare is a gavel. Welcome to the Coliseum with syllables severed from larynx. Fresh cadavers, a concept arranged beside banners and barracks. Drum patterns pound like talons of owls against tenant apartments. Every stanza a projectile impacting Khalidi department. I auction off organs of tyrants for tyrannical donors to practice. Each purchase enrolled in a raffle for tactical access. You in a prime role position when metaphors rupture the rafters. Roof tiles descend like verdicts upon idle dramatics. Kill switch hidden in complex, I tug it by stressing a consonant. Audience gasses, cadets in the front get drenched in astonishment. Blood splattered judges revise stattles with quivering instruments. They sentence each fragile MC to permanent vanished existence. I stand center circle, arm extended with trembling lanterns. Spotlight swings while attendants drag bodies away on tarps and planks. I whisper to one fallen rival, congratulations, you finally advanced. Your name etched on a marquee in scarlet, signed with arterial stamps. Arterial stamps, arterial stamps. Backstage I dismantle their costumes, remove every plastic persona. Hang masks on nails beside helmets from battles in Roma. Stagehands mop up the syllables spilled in theatrical touring. Each bucket of consonant residue logged in performance reports. Critics take notes on the balcony, ducking from fragments of rhythm. They scribble reviews in a panic while dodging ballistic wisdom. Spot operators panic as lenses grow fog with adrenaline vapor. Beam strands slice through the chaos like guillotines made out of paper. Vendors abandon their counters, popcorn abandoned midair. Snacks tumble down through spotlights and land in terrified hair. The orchestra pit becomes triage for choruses covered in bruises. Horn sections wheeze as percussionists bandage their music. I exit through side doors, coat stained with dramatic remains. Hands still shaking from handling combustible, change the refrain. Outside on the pavement, ticket stubs swirl around drainage canals. Evidence of patrons who paid to be altered and never recovered at all. House lights rise on the stage, smeared red and static. You walk into the lobby altered, syllables carved in your habit.